Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. And if the phrase, "I want to see your manager now," warms your soul, I have a couple of stories for you on this topic, and the first of them. He made an official complaint. I don't work there. This happened a couple of months ago. Backstory, I'm a youth worker, and part of my job involves taking clients to a bowling alley. I do this a few times a week, sometimes more than once a day, and usually at odd times. 9 a.m. Monday bowling, anyone? So the place is basically my second office, and we have a good relationship with the proprietors. During the quiet hours, they only have 2 staff working, one in the office / front desk / cafe, 3 separate locations, by the way, and one behind the scenes. It means that often there's a bit of standing around waiting when the front of the house staff member is in a different area. Myself and the other weekday regulars, mostly senior bowlers, are used to it. It actually works well for me because part of what I'm doing is teaching my clients social skills and coping strategies. So having to occupy yourself and be patient and polite is a good teaching moment. My client and I have finished bowling and we're sitting at the cafe eating and talking quietly when a man approaches the unattended cafe and immediately starts huffing and pacing restlessly. I side-eye him, but keep talking to the kid. A minute later, he comes and looms over our table and says, "Excuse me," in an aggressive tone. Now, I've got my calm, neutral face on, but inside I've started gibbering because I hate confrontation. This guy is actually massive. The kids I work with are 0 to kick your effing teeth in kind of kids. They often get very protective of their workers, in a sweet but effed up kind of way. So if this guy is trying to start something, there's a good chance there's going to be red and blue flashing lights in my immediate future. Yes, I inquired politely, keeping one eye on the kid and one hand on my phone and a vapid smile on my face. "How about you do your effing job?" He leaned down over the table, his breath as unpleasant as the rest of him. I was surprised because sitting at a bowling alley eating curly fries with a 15-year-old at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday was my job, and I was doing it very well, thank you very much. I was also alarmed because said 15-year-old has become very still and very tense. Not good. I moved back in my seat and resumed the vapid smiling. "Oh, sorry, I don't work here." Sometimes you have to wait a minute for someone to see you and come over, but otherwise, maybe try the front desk. "Well, you're dressed like you effing work here." He leaned over more and jabbed me in my chest. The staff at this bowling alley wear black trousers and violently orange polo shirts that match the violently orange walls. Awful. I'm glad I don't drink because going in there with a hangover would kill me. I was wearing baggy hippie jeans, my purple Manic Pixie Dream Tarantula tee, and a sparkly sequin backpack, and a lanyard with the word staff printed on it. I held up the company ID card at the end of the lanyard, which identified me as an employee of the nonprofit I work for. No, sorry, I work for company name. We're customers here. Now, if you don't mind, you're being very rude. Me trying to role model, terrified. I smiled my best "everything is fine" smile to the kid eyeing the cutlery bucket. "Don't talk to me like that, you little B-word. I want 3 beers and some effing wings." He actually smacked the table with his hand. I looked over to the main area. Oh goody, he has friends. I leaned back as far as I could. The wall was behind me, tables either side, and him blocking my exit. The kid stood up. Bad. Staff members spotted us and started rushing over. Good. We had time for a few rounds of "I want to speak to your manager. I don't work here, though. Please let me out," before the actual manager of the bowling alley reached us. He pulled the guy away so I could get up, but the dude wants to speak to my manager and won't let up. Manager says, "I am the manager here." "Dude, you're her manager?" Manager, "No, she doesn't work here." Dude to me, "I want to speak to your manager, now." At this point, I figured, why not? I handed him one of our company business cards and said, "Ask for my manager's name." He turned away to dial the number, and I grabbed the kid and whispered, "Now watch him make a D-word of himself." The kid laughed and relaxed a bit, thank F. The 3 of us stood there in a row watching this dipstick call my actual manager and complain that I wouldn't serve him beer and chicken wings. My manager actually took the complaint on an official form and made me sign it when I got back to the office. Meanwhile, dude is banned. The bowling alley gave the kid a huge pile of free arcade tokens in apology, and I was able to get him to give me back the knife he stole before I dropped him home. Wins all around. The complaint my awesome manager wrote as a joke is stuck up on the staff notice board. It's written tongue-in-cheek and will absolutely not come back to bite me. We've all enjoyed the running joke. And our second story. Lady is reporting me to the medical board. I'm an architect. I work in an architecture firm in a large building that also contains many other types of professional offices. The receptionist for my firm is on another floor. My office is on an upper floor in a corner, so it's not a logical place for people to go first when they come into our building and don't know where they're going. Nevertheless, it has a door directly to a main corridor, so people get lost occasionally and knock on it, which is why we have a sign on it with the name of our firm directing people to our receptionist on the third floor. Alas, the sign did not deter this middle-aged, impatient, lost lady and her husband from knocking on my door. Lady, is this the doctor's office? Me. No, this is an architecture firm. Lady, how do I get to the doctor's office? Me. There are building directories in the stairs and at the elevator. I started to give her directions to the stairs and elevator, but she interrupted. Lady, getting huffy and impatient and pushing her way past me right into the middle of my office, why can't you just tell me where the doctor's office is? Me. I'm sorry, but there are a lot of offices in this building, including at least 10 doctor's offices, and I don't know their floors or office numbers. Lady, can't you call and find out? Me. I'd be happy to let you use my phone. Lady, why can't you call? Me. Sensing I'm not going to get rid of her unless I call somebody. What's the doctor's name? Do you have the number? Lady, I don't remember his name. I have a 2:15 appointment and I'm going to be late. No, this is not an elderly woman. And I just wasn't getting the sense that this was a confused old person with a memory issue, but I'm still trying to be nice and helpful, even if just to get her out of my office. Me. I'm sorry, but without a name or number, I don't think I can call the doctor's office for you. Maybe I can Google this address and see what doctor's offices show up. Maybe that'll jog your memory? Lady, I don't have time for this. Call the building manager. I explained to the woman that I don't have contact info for the building management, and there's no staffed main office in this building. We're back to there's nothing I can do except suggest that she walk down the hall and check out the building directory at the stairs. Her husband's trying to drag her in that direction, but she's not having it. Lady, you are the worst receptionist. Businesses don't know how to get good people these days. I'm going to tell the doctor about you. Me. I'm sorry, but I'm not the receptionist, and I don't work for your doctor. I'm an architect. You're in my office. In case that isn't obvious from the fact that the door opens directly into my small, messy office filled with drawings, our firm's receptionist is on the third floor, as the sign on my door says. Lady, well, why didn't you say so? I'll just wait down there. Me. Wait for what? We're an architecture firm. Our receptionist works for the architecture firm. We have nothing to do with the doctor's offices or any other companies in the building. Lady, you call her and tell her I'm on my way down there. At this point, her husband seems to be grasping that I and my office and my firm have nothing to do with her doctor whose name escapes her, and starts trying to explain it to her. She brushes him off and yells at me again to call my receptionist. I dial our receptionist with the lady standing there. I say that a couple is on their way down, but that they're looking for a doctor's office in the building, and I hope that they will read the building directory in the stairs on their way down. Lady, well, I never. I'd never actually heard that phrase used in real life. I thought it was reserved for caricatures of uptight, entitled old women on TV like Nellie Olson's mother. She flounced off down the hall. That's like stomping, but floatier because she was suspended by hot air, dragging her husband. I thought that since they had to use the stairs or elevator to get to our reception area, they would see the directory on their way down, and it'd jog their memory as to which doctor they were looking for, and it'd tell them where to go find their doctor. But no, she did find her way down to pester our receptionist, though, and told her that I was a horrible employee and that she was reporting me to the state medical board. I wonder if she thought architecture was a medical branch like chiropractor or acupuncture or something. And our third story for today. Well, I worked here 5 minutes ago. Today was a glorious day. Let me just start off with that. I worked in a welding shop this morning, and after an hour and a half, I was unemployed. TLDR at the end. A little backstory. I've worked in this place for a few years, holding down the lone female position outside of the receptionist, who I rarely saw. I know most of the truck drivers that come in and bring materials, but the ones that load out are from all over the United States. So today I walk into a complete mess. Night shift left me in a bind, didn't make things, didn't restock, blah, blah, blah. Where's my immediate supervisor? Hiding out somewhere because he's high as a kite and smells like a distillery. I'm not talking high like devil's lettuce. I'm talking high like he leaves needles laying around sometimes. That's a different story for a different time, though. I radioed him several times for a Mayday situation. No response. I've got 4 trucks outside that need to be unloaded, 1 that needs to be loaded, and 60 guys inside who either need something or will within the next 10 minutes. 2 of my forklift drivers are out, so it falls on me. So I'm busting my butt trying to get everything done in a timely manner, which is obviously impossible. I had 3 whole days left of working there, so I was fed up with the crap and just ready to get out. My patience with the BS was running out, and the garden where I sow my F's was barren. Cue the meltdown. One of the guys starts a fight with another guy, and I get caught in the crossfire. I make it out alive, burn a smoke, then get back to work while sending them up front. Boss man, still inebriated, surfaces and lays into me about why XYZ isn't done. Do I look like I care, buddy? I'm done. So incredibly done. Take my vest and trash it, leave the radio unplugged to piss him off tomorrow, grab my bag and head up front to let him know I'll bring in uniforms next week. Truck driver will be TD, and me, obviously me. TD, I need my paperwork now. I'm so tired of waiting on you guys. Time is money. Me, rolling my eyes. TD, I've seen you out in the yard before. I need my stuff so I can leave. You took forever to unload me, and now I'm waiting here. It's BS. I'm calling your boss. Me, have at it. Here's his number. We've had issues with this guy before. TD, several forwards. Me, another eye roll, grab my bag and walk out behind him. TD, where are you going? I need my papers. His face is red and he's pounding his fist on the counter now. Me, I don't work here, a-hole. And with that, I'm unemployed. Do I care? Nope. I start nursing school next week and was working out a notice anyway. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed today's stories and we'll see you soon.